What's up, y'all? As we continue to talk about how to be a great music director, we're continuing talking about preparedness. And in this video, we're specifically talking about setting the example. You know, we've all been on a team before, whether that was a group science project in high school, some sort of sports team, or maybe for a project at work, or of course your worship team, a band that you're in. And sometimes there's a person or maybe multiple people who clearly did not show up prepared for what is going on. And I'm not talking about someone who they didn't have the skills quite yet. Maybe they need some more coaching, some more development or training to be able to get where they need to be. That's something different that we can talk about another time. But right now, what I'm really talking about is, that classic guitar player who can shred and melt faces all day long, but obviously did not take the time to fully prepare and learn the parts, which are honestly a lot simpler than shredding, before rehearsal. And now he's kind of fumbling through them, trying to figure them out, remember how they go. And let's be real, that stinks, because now you're having to take time away from the entire team to focus on an individual who is clearly capable of preparing, but just did not make that a priority. Honestly, a lot of us have been that person at different points, including myself. So not trying to shame anybody here, but I'm trying to challenge us, encourage us, call us to a higher level to really set the standard of excellence in this area. And here's why. Because if you as the music director are not prepared, how are you to ever expect the rest of your team to show up prepared? You honestly just can't. As a music director, we talked about this in a couple previous videos, you really set the attitude and tone and culture of your team, and that completely applies to preparedness. If the standard for you is here, you're showing up 75% prepared most of the time, enough to get by, that's gonna be the standard of the rest of the team. That's gonna be the best, honestly, the standard of the rest of the team. But if you are setting the example of being 100% prepared all the time, then your team is going to be able to rise to that level as well. And yeah, it's gonna take some time. It's gonna take maybe some correction, which as we talked about in a previous video, you do gracefully. But if you aren't there, if you're not going above and beyond your team, if you're not leading them in that area, then they're never really going to be able to get there or be consistent in that area without your leadership, without your consistency there. And we talked in a couple previous videos how as the music director, you really set the tone, the culture, the attitude of your team in many ways. You really lead in that area, and preparedness is absolutely a part of that. You have to lead by example, by setting the tone, by setting that standard of excellence, of showing you're prepared, fully knowing your parts. Because without that, setting the example, you're never gonna have credibility. Your team is not gonna take you seriously when you also call them into accountability on showing up prepared. So once again, I said this in the last video, but I'm reiterating it again because it's so important. Do everything you can do to show up prepared.